This is the time of year that I like to make some homemade Brunswick stew. This is a pot of 2 large fryer chickens out on the back porch on an outdoor cooker, and these have been cooking for a couple of hours. All of the meat I will let it cool, debone it, take out the fat, save the broth, and chop it up in a food processor. And here is some good quality beef. This is a chuck roast, and it's about 3.5 pounds of that. It's been boiling also a couple of hours. And for pork, I chose what they call country style ribs. It has some real good meat on it and just a little bit of bone. Likewise, let it cool, debone it, and take out the fat. Save the broth. This is the next day. All of the meat sat in the refrigerator overnight, cooled down, and this morning I deboned it. The beef had no bone and the pork had very little, and the 2 chickens took a while. This is in a 6.5 quart pot, so I have about 6 quarts of meat to be run through this food processor, which will be a slow task, no larger than it is. And then I'll cook it all together in this pot, which is either a 12 or 16 quart pot, along with. I can't believe how long it has taken me to finally put this together. It's got a little bit of corn, a few butter beans, onion that I cooked, pre-cooked and put in it, and lots of seasoning. This is probably about 2 gallons, maybe a little more. This is one of my homemade stirring paddles. Has a slight angle on the bottom, so you can get to keep the bottom stirred good. Good. But after spending all afternoon on it, I remember why I only do this about once a year. And I freeze a lot of it in small portions, and comes in very handy, very tasty. And Molly has been waiting all afternoon for Daddy to build a fire. And she was laying off in a little bed off to the side near the front door. But when we got the fire going just a little bit ago, here came Molly. She loves a fire. She loves to have a toy in her mouth too.